sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping.
Sipping, I'm 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 sipping.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Mr. Fly Shit Only, the one and only Sippin' with Sammie. Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together.
Hands up!
Damn Sammie, damn Sammie, damn Sammie, damn Sammie, you done fucked up.
Yup! What's up with y'all? Happy Thursday, happy hour. Hope everybody's good. Now that y'all in here, though, please like, comment, subscribe, share. Please, please, please. We appreciate y'all. We've been on a roll lately. We got to keep it up, man. But today is another goodie, man. I think I'm betting 1,000 for these last 100 episodes, honestly. But today we got a special guest in the building today. Introduce yourself to my people, please.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Knowbody. That's Knowbody.
Crazy thing is, I don't even know how to introduce nobody. I gotta let nobody introduce themselves, and that's the weirdest thing in the world to say.
And that's why it's like that. That's why I got my name like that.
Explain.
All right, so, you know, I've been rapping for 23 years, right? You know, when you rap, you come up with all types of names and personas for yourself. And, you know, my name's Michael, so I used to go by MIC apostrophe. So I had to cut ties with that, too much bullshit, whatever the case may be. So I was like, you know what, man?
You started drama as Mike?
Nah.
I'm just making sure.
Crazy thing is, though, it seemed to find me, oddly enough, right? So I stopped rapping, came back, and I'm like, you know what, man? I'ma just, don't nobody know who I am, man. I'ma just be nobody. And, you know, I'm a cerebral rapper. So I was just like, I'm kicking knowledge. Almost all my songs have knowledge, even when I'm talking shit. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do Knowbody. Why? Because you need to know the body that's kicking that knowledge.
Which
also,
is fire.
Yeah. Also, you know, body. You got to know yourself. So it's like a triple entendre, introspective type shit.
Nigga, that's the scariest thing in the world. Like, you ain't... Understand, right? Hip-hop is the most bravado sport in the world. And you so smart that you decided to say, I'm not even going to tell y'all I'm that nigga. I'm going to tell y'all I'm nobody, and then explain to y'all why you need to nobody because he's nobody. You know that's like overthinking shit.
Hey, listen, I mean, been that way.
Am I tripping? Did I miss a layer of it? All right, cool.
Yeah, nah, that's just how it was, man.
I fuck with it, though. I like it. I mean, artists got to be artists, and you got to be the artist that you are.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
if that embody
definitely
what you was trying to put across, then that's perfect.
Oh, yeah. Especially because I'm on what you would call, I call it the hashtag run of nobody. So, you know, putting out music, performing, and people like, damn, who the hell is this? Nobody. Who? Nobody. Like,
yeah, I see the whole who thing.
Yeah, like, yeah, they don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's a gimmick, but in the same sense, it's like, once you know who I am, you're going to know what I'm about.
At this point, you Mike Jones.
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And my name Mike. Ain't that a bitch?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, Mike, all right, cool. So where you from, bro?
I'm from Woodland, Pennsylvania. Was born in Chester. I lived in Chester, but, you know, Woodland to the heart. Speaking of which, shouts out to NIKKLE 9.
Shout out my cousin, man.
Yeah.
That's my real cousin.
Yeah, that's bro, man. That's bro. Whenever I was going through the phases of my music, yo, he was always there. Him and another person, BK, rest in peace. They always were there. You know what I'm saying? Always dropping gems, always telling me to keep going, whether it be Ball, that's BK, or Bars, that's your cousin. You know what I mean? That's NIKKLE. So, you know what I mean? Like,
I got a question about that because when I started running around, like, I knew him. That's Andre. That's my cousin. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't really see each other all the time coming up. We was separated. You know what I mean? He was out there. I ain't know where he was at for a while until he came back for Thanksgiving and Christmas. You know how it is when y'all ain't in the same city necessarily. But when I was running around with Mad Labs and Ace Spitz, we went to Chester one time, and he was talking about all his favorite Chester rappers, and he was naming niggas. He named NIKKLE 9. I didn't realize that was my cousin. So then when we bumped into each other, he was like, bro, that's your cousin? He one of the nicest niggas out there. Is that true or false?
Hey yo, NIKKLE is dope as fuck, bro.
I know he dope now, but was he?
Oh yeah, nah.
Like he every time I've heard him, he been spitting.
Oh yeah, no.
And he got direction with his shit.
Hey, look, that's been the thing since, like I said, I started when I was 13. It was a year later he found out I could rap, and he was like, "Oh yeah, nah, nigga, keep going. Before me and my friend had to get in the booth, we had to spit for his cousin who was S. Dot, Nudie, Unky Bizzle, and fucking NIKKLE. Before we had to go in the booth, we had to spit for them.
They ran the program the right way.
Oh yeah, so we definitely had to. So ever since then, like, I've been looking at him. I've been following his whole career since I was a buck. From Strict Biz, Fully Loaded.
Shout out my cousin.
Slam Don't Give a Fuck. You know what I mean? I was watching all of that, and your cousin was at the forefront, like just.
I seen he had a movement at one point before he moved, and they was deep, and he was frontlining. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, why the hell I didn't know you was the same Andre? That's crazy. Like, you gotta realize when niggas is talking about him like that, and then we run into each other, we hugging each other. Yeah. Niggas is like, what the fuck? Like, no, man, this is my blood. That's my family.
Yeah, bro. Like,
that's funny.
Yeah, Constitution Ave, man, Caveman.
I just wanted you to co-sign it or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
I knew you weren't going to deny it because he ain't no slouch.
Nah, so, not at all, bro. His work ethic is.
Yeah, he
a lot of niggas lack that.
And he networks.
Crazy.
He networks.
Crazy.
I think it's underrated how much some people move and make sure that when they move is worth it.
Right.
Just remember and shit like that.
Right. Because what's the point of you moving if you ain't going nowhere?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
And networking is a big thing for me. That's my whole thing with rap. Like, if you ever see me perform or I'm on stage, the first thing I'm going to ask is, how many people in here got a small business? That's the first thing I'm going to ask, because if, let's say we in a room full of 50 people and 20 network and only 5 know each other, boom, y'all connect. Next thing you know, you got link ups, and that's how we gonna grow our community, because that's really what it's about. Like, I'm a real hip hop head. Like, that's how hip hop started. It was about community. So that's my big thing. You know what I mean? If you don't know who Knowbody is, once you know who Knowbody is, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be running with people where we can all help each other. It's like I heard my one homeboy say, Spady said, "We over me shit."
Meet Spady?
Meet Spady.
Shout out Spady.
Shout out Spady.
He got an episode.
Yeah, I saw that joint. Yeah. But he said, "We over me shit." And I was like, damn, that's crazy, because that's the whole kind of mindset I got. So whenever I'm doing anything, I want to make sure the people that are watching and or participating leave with some type of link up, some type of knowledge, some type of number, something. Because if we gonna grow, we gotta help each other grow.
We do most of our personal events as a production company. We try to present them or put them in a position where they could be networking events at a certain level, to where it's affordable to people that are on a certain level, and it's in a time space to where people that are working at a certain level could be there. You know what I mean? To make it make sense. So I followed a similar philosophy to what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, definitely. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and give you your flowers. Congratulations on the nomination, bro.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And that's because it ain't just me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm gonna give us a hand on that, because it's always appreciated to be acknowledged, to be noticed, and to know that people think that what you're doing is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, that's a big thing for me, man. I just love seeing, growth, something different. You know what I mean? I love seeing things differently. Like, I hate stereotypes and I hate cliches. So like, when I was getting my stuff together, I'm like, damn, I don't want to do merch because I don't want to seem cliche. I don't want to have a gimmick. And my wife was like, as much as you hate it, like, nobody is a gimmick. My brother was like, yo, you're a brand. Like,
you know why cliches are considered corny? It's because they've been around so long and they still remain true.
Right.
So like, why fight something that doesn't break?
True. Yeah, I'm starting to listen. I'm starting to come in.
Generations of the same line have rang true.
Yeah,
that's how they become cliche.
And that's what I'm starting to realize. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I talk to my daughter, I always tell her, like, listen, be yourself.
Absolutely.
If you really being yourself and it just so happens.
But don't you also tell your daughter that you are somebody?
Oh, I tell her that all the time. I tell her that all
Coming
the
from
time.
nobody.
Yep, coming from. I call her. Listen, I call her. Shouts out to Mama Bear, by the way. That's what I call my daughter.
Oh yeah, shout out Mama Bear.
Shout out Mama
That's a
Bear.
fly
She on a
name.
couple tracks. You know what I mean?
No, I seen. Yeah, man. Go ahead.
She on a couple joints, but you know what I mean. I tell her, I be like, listen, you're little nobody, but you are somebody. I'm like, as long as you're you, as long as you're unapologetically, genuinely you, the people who are supposed to be around are gonna be around.
On
You know
her
what I mean?
artistic side, it seems like when you're captioning things that include her, it seems like you refer to her more as the young homie.
Yeah.
And I know that's your daughter,
Oh yeah. No.
but is that intentional or is that your relationship?
That's just our relationship. Like
because is Mama Bear, what is it? What's the nickname?
Mama Bear.
Mama Bear.
Yeah.
But then it's like, it's not baby.
Yeah. Nah. You'll get baby when I'm like when I'm talking to her, like, you know how when your kids are supposed to be doing something and they not doing it instead of saying, damn it, didn't I tell you? I'm like, baby, listen, I need you to do this. And before I tell her that she needs to do something, I explain to her why I'm addressing it and how form follows function. And if you function properly, things will form themselves.
Is this from a therapy or a book? Because this is all psychology of how to deliver things to people, especially youth. And you just automatically gained all of this knowledge from.
I mean, just going through life. You know what I mean? Like my mom.
Because even the initial thing when you said, I'll say baby, that's intentional as hell.
Yeah, because it grabs her. It grabs her intention.
Exactly.
And she knows I don't always call her baby. So if I call her Michelle, you know, when your parents call you by your middle name, it means you did something. For me, when I call her Michelle, it means, hey, I need you to come to me real quick. You know, I got something for you. So, you know, it's always, I flip a lot of things on their ear because, you know, parenting don't come with no book. So when I talk to her, like, I tell her, listen, when daddy speaks, you know, daddy doesn't waste words, nor does he mince them. They have a destination, they have a purpose, they have an intention. I said, so if you're ever talking, I don't want you to talk just to talk. I don't want you to be the person that just, everybody's like, oh yeah, she just talking. Nah. If you're going to speak, let it be known that you have something to say and that you mean what you say and that there's something to be gathered from that.
Speak with purpose and speak purpose to power.
Yes, exactly. So it's like, and that's what she does when she's a girl of very few words, but when she talks, yeah.
Well, you're doing a great job, brother.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? Let me give you that from one black man to another.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
And I'm questioning because people need to have an understanding of these kind of things. And as old as we are, we still young as far as the our reach, right? We in the middle of our generation and two others that are still listening to the message. So for me to notice that on your page, you know that I'm intentional about what I'm seeing because I'm like, all right, because that's the little. But that's his daughter. All right, cool. Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But where's the bar? What do you expect from her creatively?
So for her, I let her know that the expectations I have of her are high, but it's not, I don't want you to quote unquote live up to daddy's expectations, right? Because when you start to do things and you're like, oh, they have this expectation of me, you become meticulous to the point where you become like rigid. You know what I mean? And you start to lose yourself.
Yep, you're not tapping into your energies. Right.
I said, listen, whatever it is that you put, whatever you do, whatever you love, whatever you want to achieve, put you in it 100%. I said, my expectation of you is to give 100% of you for everything you do.
And to show growth.
Yes.
That's the way you don't get Willow Smith shaving her hair and shit.
Yo, all right, so
if her dad if Will might have said it like that, Willow might have kept the hair and kept whipping her hair back and forth and made a couple more million, even though she ain't need it.
You know what's crazy though? Just on Willow Smith real quick, sidebar, right? Travis Barker from Blink 182. She was one of the first artists that he had signed. Bro, out of her and Jaden, she's the more talented sibling, bro. She's dope. Like,
she's a complete artist. Jaden can rhyme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jaden Karan.
Jaden Karan.
But Jaden could bounce on a beat, like so. It looks like it's elite because we don't see as much of what her range is.
Yeah, she can slide on like. I was like, yo, she's a dope talent, like definitely. But you know, with my daughter, like, you know, the expectations I have is I don't want you to half step on anything. That's my expectation. Like, my daughter's 5'2" and she's 11, bro. So you already know, people already asking me because I play ball. So people be like, yo, what's up? You gonna put a rock in her hand? Nah, my nigga, unless she wants to
basketball.
Nah. Like, my daughter just got into a performing arts middle school for cello and acting. And then she says she's just gonna approach the singing part. Like, this week she's not with me because she's in Maryland for summer board, like getting ready for the school year.
Awesome.
And like, I remember I took her down for her auditions and she was so nervous and she was like, I don't know if I did well. I looked at her like, you serious? Are you serious? Like, you done got the lead in 3 different productions and you wondering if you did good? I'm like, baby, if you go in there thinking you're not gonna do well, you're not gonna do well. Man, she did well. We got the email. I was sharing it in the group chats and everything.
Auditions could be hell, though,
yeah, bro. Listen.
I acted. I've done everything you could do on the stage, bro. Auditions could be hell, dog.
Bro, listen. Hell, just performing on stage.
Especially as a child. Yeah. Because you don't know what they're looking for. You don't know what and even as a musician.
Listen, yeah, dog. Second time performing was in Brooklyn. Bro, the DJ was ass, bro. Like, he had everybody levels too high. And you know what I mean? This was my second time performing, so I'm on stage, but you know me, I'm not scared to speak in front of people or anything like that. I had been rehearsing this one song for like a week straight, bro. I had it memorized like the back of my head, man. We get up there, he has that shit so loud that it's drowning me out. It threw me off and I forgot my shit. I had to freestyle the rest of the song, bro. I had to come off the top of my head the rest of the time. And I was just like, not to mention the lights were bright as hell, dog. I did, for y'all that be performing,
and
man.
Leather jackets. I've been wondering since the 90s how y'all performed at Averexes and Woolriches. Like, it don't make no sense, bro. And Scully's. Like, you ain't even letting the heat out.
How about them niggas that perform with ski masks on?
Ski masks.
Like, bro, y'all could have warned the nigga because I was sweating buckets up there. Not even from being nervous, but just from the light.
Told you I learned a lot from the stage, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, nah. It was crazy, man. But like,
you rocked it though. You said you freestyle, which means that you had the ability to.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like I still got my big joker in my back pocket.
Oh yeah, I'm an MC first.
Right, absolutely.
For the longest time I couldn't write. I could just come off the top of come right off the noggin. But
that was the thing for me. Yeah. And if I wrote stuff, I could never remember the cadence later. I didn't even know what the cadence was. Yeah. But I would read it back and it wouldn't make no sense.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. Like, it'd be like, this is corny as shit. But if I would have read it in the pattern that I wrote it might have still been all right. Or it might have aged badly. Either way.
Listen. Either way. But look, the thing that I've learned, man, is that, you know, some of the things that I may forget the cadence of, I save it. You know what I mean?
I would. Yeah. Then I was thinking, man, you just really thought you was dope yesterday. That shit was whack. Like, I was doubting myself.
Yeah, like, there was times
12.
I used...
It was 12.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 12, 13, yo. You like,
rapping
man,
over Funkified.
My first joint was a Lil Jon and the East Side Boys joint.
Which one?
Yup. We were standing on milk crates. We don't give a fuck. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy, bro. Like, that shit was different. But you know, and I know I'm just talking about my daughter a lot. I miss her, but
bro, we having a conversation.
Yeah,
man.
But you know, with her, it's like I look at her and I'm like, damn, yo, she's a lot like me. But then I look at her and I'm like, yo, I tell her all the time, I'm like, yo, you're gonna be so dope when you're my age. I'm like, you're already dope now. You're the dopest 11-year-old I ever met. I said, I'm not even saying that because you're my daughter. I was like, yo, I would have tried to be your best friend when I was 11. I said, do you understand how much cooler you are than daddy when he was 11? I was like, yo, you are all the way dope. Like, she gets on the stage and that's home for her. Like,
but she's, how do you say, the copy will never be better than the original. So she's not a Xerox copy of you. She's a greater.
She's herself.
Exactly.
And that's what I love about it.
You see what I'm saying?
Because we're all, we all have little caveats to being like our parents, right? Mm-hmm. You're like, yeah, I'm like my mom, but in the same breath, I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm not about to let nobody talk to me like the way they talk to my mom. Like, you know what I mean? And in my daughter's state, she's like, yeah, I'm like daddy, but if I want to talk to you, I am not going to talk to you. Like me, I used to be like, all right, after a certain point, I'll be like, all right, maybe I am being an asshole. My daughter does not give a damn, bro. If she don't want to talk to you, and even when I be like, yo, you hear him talking to you? She look at me like, but you know, fuck with them.
She
like,
turned the hearing aid off on your ass. Boop.
Yo, and sometimes and sometimes I used to get mad about it, but then my mom looked at me one time and she was like, really? Really? That's you. Really going? I was like,
you should be ashamed of yourself. All the stuff you put me through.
Yeah, yo. It's
that's what she said.
Yeah, like it's shout out to my mom too, man. Because my mom, right? Like my mom is like, everybody's, talks about the people that are the biggest support systems, being their mom or whoever it is. But my mom really was, I always say this too, I'm my mom's favorite. Like she'll never not admit it, but she will not like, be like, well, no, that's not true. She'll just smile. And I'm like, look, she's smiling. You already know I'm her favorite.
I'm my mom's favorite.
Yeah, like, it's just a fact, Ma.
Yeah, it is.
It's okay. I'm 36. All right? All your kids are grown. You can tell them.
I'm about to say, my sister older than me. She can take it.
Yeah, it's all right.
She got dad in her back pocket. I'm good.
Yeah.
Let me live.
You know what I'm saying? Like, David's the baby. Of course, the baby always gets mistaken for the favorite. Mm-hmm. I'm like, but no, you got to understand, that's the baby, right?
The difference.
I'm the favorite.
There's a difference between nurture and connection.
Right, exactly. I was just like, so, but my mom is a really big supporter. Like, I had her in the studio with me a couple times, man. Like,
I could never.
Bro,
that's
listen.
Awesome. I wish.
No, it's
I'm
crazy.
trying to get my mom on a pod.
No, it's crazy because, my mama get in there and, my style is boom bap backpack, right? I'm a backpack rapper with love for the golden era, boom bap. Like, so, every joint I make, I'm like, yeah, this shit hard. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, my mom gonna fuck with this. My mom gonna rock with this.
That's heavy.
So she in the studio and I look out in the booth, I got my joint like this. My mom out there getting it.
I heard that.
Getting
That's
it, right?
fire.
So, and what's crazy, he was like, I could never, I had one of the moments. And one of my bars, I said, am I wrong if I don't vote in this election for a sucker that's decrepit? I mean, look at this election. She was like, if you don't vote, I was like, bro,
right.
Yo, I love my mom, but it killed my shit. The second verse is not.
She doesn't
like
even
first.
understand that.
Yo,
she don't know that'll throw you off.
Bro, and I was unapologetic about it.
And if the engineer said it, you wouldn't give a fuck.
Yo, listen. That's the crazy thing because he would have, my mom would have never said anything if the engineer didn't go.
Drop the beat out.
Listen, shout out to Robbie, by the way, INR Studios.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He said, what's up?
Oh, word.
He was like, so what you're telling me is you aren't going to vote? I was like, fuck.
Now you drawing attention to it.
I was like, Rob. I was unapologetic though. I was like, damn, Ma, I really shouldn't have had this conversation with you because it just killed my shit. Like,
now, in my instance, I think the environment will burn my mom out. I'm gonna be smoking a lot. Definitely gonna be drinking. I like to have multiple artists in with me. I might invite 5-10 people, because I'll book 5-6 hours. And I'll have 2 or 3 records to do, and then we can figure something out. You know what I mean? Some stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think my mom would want to be in that dark environment with the smoke and all of that and all of the moving around. But she surprised me because I come home, go to her house, I should say, because I wasn't living there. And she got her tablet out, her iPad out, and she like, can you pull up? I was trying to find that video. And she's sitting there with her homegirls and the church folks trying to find a strip club video. I'm like, I got other videos. Like, it's like, but I like that one. It's called I Swear. But it's like, I'm like, you about to, and this joint, like, I still got nudity on YouTube to this day. In that video. And I'm like, what are you trying to, but it's funny because she liked it, she supports, but I just don't think she would want to be in the room watching me build it.
Right.
But I definitely know if I said anything about voting, she might have opened the booth door.
She'd have came in there, bitch, and told the engineer to keep recording. Like, I don't hit the space bar. He about to get this work.
I told her to keep recording. This is about to be a classic. You ain't never heard nothing like Linda.
Real rap, listen, and the crazy thing is, man, the way my mama approached it was like she was still sitting like a mob boss, like she was talking about this shit. I was like, yo, and now she's passionate about the not voting, and the thing for me, and just so you guys know, disclaimer, I'm not saying don't go out there and vote.
It's a conversation piece.
Yeah.
It's literally to put another perspective on the conversation or to put my injection to the conversation.
Right.
It doesn't change what I ultimately know I have to do. I have to make a decision that I'm actually fighting against having to do.
Right.
It's just messed up to be in a position to have to constantly vote for the greater or the worse or whatever.
The lesser of two evils. I hate that terminology, bro. I'm like, because if you walk through a goddamn fire, you still gonna get burned. Oh, well, I didn't get a 3rd-degree burn. Bitch, you still got burned, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, your skin's still boiling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, yeah, nah. So what you want to get shot with? You want to get shot with this, you want to get shot with a hollow point or a full metal jacket? It's gonna hurt.
See, I'm extreme. I grew up watching rappers talk about getting shot 5 times, 9 times, all that shit, and I was like, I wouldn't survive one. You niggas is crazy.
Yeah, you are drawing,
I'm skinny as shit. I'm 42 years old. Look,
bro, listen.
I ain't got nothing to take all that shit.
If I turn if I turn sideways, I'm gonna disappear,
bro. Like, I could hide behind a tree.
Yo, bro, listen. Papoose said this line one time and I got upset, bro. He was like, yo, nigga so skinny he probably do push-ups underneath the door. I got mad, bro, because it was like,
I remember that bar.
I was like, okay, yeah. The bull said I was working at Walmart and the bull was like, shout out to my man Melvin. He was like, one dude said the Japanese writing on the back of my pants was Japanese for skinny ass. Then the other one was like, then my man Melvin, he was like, yo, you look like you weighed 1 ounce when you were born. Like, I was like, yo, all right, yo.
No, like, but see, that would hurt my feelings because I was a fucking preemie.
Like, bro, like,
I was preemie to the motherfucker, and I was yellow as shit. I wasn't even done baking.
Yeah, bro, I was like, yo,
it came out clear.
Crazy thing is, these two, it's crazy because these two niggas were fat, like. Bro, nobody throws hot ones like either skinny niggas or fat niggas, bro.
Short
niggas.
Short niggas are hilarious.
Fat niggas are the funniest.
A short nigga coaching a hood basketball game is the funniest nigga you ever seen on the sideline in your life. And he's on the court more than the point guard. It is amazing.
Bro, rap, yo.
It is amazing. Like, nobody say nothing to it.
And it's crazy because remember back in the day, if the coach was on the court, you get a tech. It'd be coaches on the court setting picks.
Yep, arguing with the ref and making bets on the court. You be like, yo.
I'm like, yo, if you don't tee him up,
we leaving at the end of the 3rd quarter, y'all. We're not staying for the end of this game.
Yeah, nah, because he's gonna wild out. Like, the coach is gonna wild out, bro. If the coach is jumping up and down. And he's on the court, bro, not on the sideline. I done seen coaches.
Who's on the sideline watching his back?
Right, where's the assistant coach at? How did you even let this transpire? Like,
I seen some amazing thing at basketball game, and I'm still addicted to him. I just started watching them on YouTube all last week on Crash TV or something that Gotti and them started, and they showing all the New York tournaments live. Bro, I'm watching Dykeman, I'm watching Rucker, I'm watching everything from the crib.
That's dope.
I'm like, yo, it looked just like the Philly hood games. You see the smoke?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Niggas out there joining 8K. You seeing the loud smoking 8K.
Bro, they renting hookah at the park. They like, Shirley, they need you over here.
Bro.
For the hookah.
Listen. Yo, Dave Chappelle, they should have never gave you niggas money.
Niggas is courtside with charcoal.
Bro, right. Yo, the aluminum foil joint.
Gotta love us.
Yo,
gotta love us.
But yo, we can make anything lit, bro. Yo, and I lie to you not, niggas make cornhole lit.
Cornhole is a vibe if you make it.
Cornhole is a vibe, bro. Especially if you busting somebody ass in that dude, bro.
I remember the first time I played beer pong. It might have been 2 nights in a row with all these white people. We had these mansions and all of that. And I'm cussing them out. You fucking pongers. By the 3rd, 4th night, they was like, you're a fucking ponger. He's a ponger. Yeah, I figured it out on their ass.
Hey, listen.
I can shoot.
Listen, when I discovered beer pong, I think I was in middle school, but I never played it because I was still scared that my mom really had eyes everywhere. So I was like, all right, well, by the time I got to college though, bro, I'm skipping. And you know how when you get water on the table and shit, you know how when you skip the ball, they smack that bitch? Well, I had figured out that when you bounce the ball off the water, it goes high enough where it can go in the cup, but low enough to where they can't hit it. I used to... They be like, get the fuck out of here. I'm
This is just like that Knowbody shit. This is supposed to be a fun game, bro.
I'm making it difficult for people and shit. Then they be like, yo, you gotta hit the trick shot. I'm like, all right, cool. I bounce it off my man's. Boop. Boom, in the cup.
Yeah, I wasn't that nice.
They're like, yo.
I was a ponger. You were a super ponger.
Yeah, nah. It is what they call it, tryhards. Yeah. Especially because I like to play basketball. Don't get me lit. I'm standing like 10 feet away from the table. Bloop.
See, I be doing that with bowling. I be drawn. By the time I'm nice and right, I'm standing at the very entrance to the lane, throwing that bitch, still hitting strikes, letting it bounce.
Doom, doom, doom. Yo, yeah, you're like my little brother. My little brother get up to the lane, bro. This nigga, corn-fed looking nigga. He'll get up to the joint, no type of technique, just whoo. I'm like, damn, nigga, you threw the ball like 20 miles an hour.
Arrows on the lane.
For a reason. He like, I don't give a damn, bro. You know the joint say how fast the ball going. This nigga throwing 22, 25 mile an hour balls. I'm like, bro, that's what size balls? Oh, that's a 14. I'm like, damn.
Yep.
I'm struggling with the 12. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my little motions going and everything.
I'm good between 12 and 14. It depends on how I feel like bowling for real. But I don't know how to throw no hooks or none of that shit.
Yeah, nah, my grandma, right? My grandma used to be like, you gotta get in the pocket. You gotta get in the lane. Stay on the track. I'm like, my mom. It's bowling. This ain't Amtrak. What you talking about?
See, she's trying to take the fun out of it.
Whole time, my grandma was in a bowling league when I was a young boy,
she was
bro.
nice.
Yeah, she was nice, bro. If she ain't getting neuropathy and stuff, she'll still, like, when she feeling it, though, it'll be slow. But the next thing you know, that joint will be... Strike.
All the good bowlers wind up with that little brace, man.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
You see somebody playing bowling, and you play somebody in bowling, and they got the brace on. Yeah, you about to get your ass.
And it's coming with the hook. Shout out to my man Ted. His daughter is actually going to college on a bowling scholarship. She's one of the best bowlers in the fucking country. Like,
damn, for real.
Grandma used to go with her every weekend since she was a baby. Like, shout out to my second mother, but grandma. She used to get up every weekend and go with her to bowling. And that little girl, she got like a little fat white friend. And they both nice. And this skinny light skinned girl, this fat white guy, they like best friends. And they be tearing motherfuckers up. But they look like the most, you don't see them coming. You don't see this beautiful black girl about to whoop your ass in bowling. And you don't see this little chubby kid about to snap. He be snapping, yo.
Face be straight as shit.
Bro. Gangster on the lane.
Soon as they done though, nicest people in the world. Soon as they get on them lanes though,
they crazy, and they been around each other since probably 7 years old or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So like, yeah. But
so you already know that's
just for y'all that think bowling ain't that. It's chicken in it. It's opportunity in it.
Scholarships.
That risk. Make sure you work out, man.
Bro, they got they got scholarships for everything now.
If you're a black bowler, you definitely gonna get picked up.
You know, and the thing for me is, like people be like, they used to be like, you like to argue. I said, no. I like to debate. I like to debate. I think arguing is frivolous and it's not fruitful.
I learned at a young age that some people pick the opposite side just to argue, and it confused the hell out of me. Like, I had a homie that said, if you went in a store and it was a polo hoodie and a Pepsi hoodie next to each other and they both was gray and they both cost the same price, which one would you buy? And of course everybody said polo. And he was trying to argue why wouldn't niggas grab the Pepsi hoodie, and all I could think is somebody tried to explain something to you that was a bigger point and you're narrowing it down to polo versus Pepsi hoodie at the same price.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The bigger thing is marketing or perception or whatever have you. But you knew he was picking polo.
Fuck you even asked that question
and
for?
It was that day that I was like, I remember somebody made my grandmama somebody saying that people do that. I was like, people really do this? And it blew my mind.
Yo, you want to know what's crazy?
I didn't understand it.
My dumb ass would have been like, all right, so what type of design is the Pepsi logo?
We went through actually variables because there was so many of us out there. I'm from Uptown. A couple niggas was pretty boys. Like niggas was modeling shit and all that. So niggas were asking specific questions. He didn't have nothing other than why y'all putting Polo over Pepsi. Cause I like one better than the other until you give me a better argument.
Like, what is one a wool blend or a cashmere blend? Like, I need to know.
You
like,
don't have none of that for me.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, if I'm a debate with you, you know what I mean? People used to be like, yo, you should join the debate team. Mind you, I went to Ridley High, bro. I tried to not be involved.
What is the percentage of black people at Ridley High?
Yo, you know what's crazy? I'm actually about to be a science teacher there this school year coming up.
And y'all have your biggest black percentage ever. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's actually about
all right.
When I was being
including
interviewed,
you.
Yeah, no, when I was being, yo, I lie to you not. I walked up to get interviewed, right? I'm walking up to the school. There was a girl out there with her hijab on. Sister, hijab on. I walk in, young boy got his hair curly fro out. I look over, it's another young boy. They got
It was
on,
like they would never let us walk around as much.
Yo, he told me, he was like, yeah, we got rid of the uniform and, you know, and I never asked the question, but he already knew what type of time I was on. I had my ankh on and shit in there, had my hair up. You know what I mean? He already knew what type of time I was on, and he suspended me when I was in 11th grade. He was the dean. So, you know, we sat and we laughed about that. When I was asking about their turnover rate, what their growth percentages were, you know, what their graduation rate was, he was looking at me like,
why do you care?
You the same motherfucker that I suspended? Yeah, nigga, you suspended me for the wrong reasons. I was late from lunch. You thought I was skipping.
Mm-hmm.
So he was, you know, he said he was proud of me, but like before all of that, my man went through the whole rigmarole, bro. He told me about the diversity, all that shit. He was like, it's gotten a lot more diverse. Like he even went as far as to telling me how the neighborhood around the school started getting diversified.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, so you basically saying more black people go here,
right?
Yeah, nah, I get it.
And y'all had forced to conform. Then they passed legislation about hair restrictions and things like that.
Yeah, the Crown Act. Yeah, shout out to the Crown Act, and diversity.
You, I went to Roman Catholic. I fought for that shit. If like in hindsight, like because I had braids, and most of us did. Then everybody on the basketball team did. But there was a thing, they would suspend you, send you home, whatever. Take your braids out, cut your hair, all of that shit.
Whole shit, bro.
So I'm watching white boys run around school with purple hair, pink hair, blue hair, all type of shit, blonde hair that ain't they natural hair color, whatever. And I just got my braids, and you know, a couple days a week, probably my fro out. But I swear, when I was there, I was the last one walking around with my hair how I wanted it until they caught me. And when they caught me, they tried to use John Chaney quote that he used for Temple basketball and why they can't have braids as an excuse for them to discriminate on my hair. And that was another early lesson learned. And that's kind of why the Stephen A shit is going crazy right now. But anyway, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. But these things happen to you, and it's like, that's crazy, but it's completely discriminatory. It's completely discriminatory.
Definitely, bro. Like, they assume, and it's crazy because whether it's intentional or not, because I'm black, you felt the need to tell me that you had a greater influx of black people going to the school. Bro, I can look around and tell.
I went here.
Yeah, what the fuck you mean? Like, he definitely told me it was a different change from when I went here. And I mean, you know, everybody from the Woodland Projects was going to Ridley High. Now, it ain't even just people from the Woodland Projects. It's black people are moving in everywhere around there now. Nice. So it's like, he's like, the neighborhood's changing, you know, the older people are now moving out. So basically you telling me the bigoted and racist people are dying and or moving, and now black people who got their coins right are moving here, and
the energy on the school board different.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely, bro.
Them meetings don't sound the same no more.
Nope. Yo, I saw my favorite science teacher when I walked in. He was like, "Oh man, how you doing?" I ain't had my beard and shit, so I still look like the 17-year-old he had seen before.
Yeah, because we black and crack and you know all of that.
Yeah, black don't crack unless you smoke crack.
Yeah, exactly. See,
got it. I mean, or smoke deuce. Either way, right? So he saw me and he was like, "Yo, what you doing here?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm here for I'm here to interview." He was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, what subject? I was like, science. He lost his shit. He was like, get the fuck out of here. Seriously? He's like, oh man. He was like, I would love to have you on our team. Like, it'd be great. He was like, yeah, mention my name when you get upstairs. Like, they love me. Mr. McCusker. Shout out to Mr. McCusker, by the way.
Salute.
Like,
way to hold it down.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, I'm interviewing, I'm sitting there, and I'm talking, right? And they was like, how'd the interview go? I was like, man, listen, most of the interview was us laughing and catching up. You know what I mean? They was like, that didn't worry you? I was like, nah, not really. I was like, because, you know, you don't really laugh and catch up with, you know, your black interviewee. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know them, you know what I mean?
And I'll teach y'all something. The purpose of an interview is to see if there's somebody I want to work around. If it wasn't about that, it would all be about paperwork.
Questions and, you know, well, this is, you know what I mean? He'd have got straight to business. Like, all right, well, this is what we offer. This is what we do. This is, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And, you know, it just was, you know, he was like, yeah, your family's a legacy here. Well, my dad told me that. And I mentioned it to him. My mom went there. My uncle went there. My aunt went there. My sister went there.
I'd hate to go there.
Yo, and it's crazy because you think about really high and legacies and shit. You don't think about black people.
Not generations,
bro. Like, my dad said that. He laughed. He was like, yo, you may not like it, but your family's a legacy, bro. Like, from the early 80s all the way into the the early 2000s, my family was in Ridley.
A lot of our people don't know that in these schools, legacies are supposed to be treated a certain way at every level.
Right. And my grandma been working with the school district for 20 years.
I know a nigga that used to say, yo, Father Dickhead, and they would not kick him out. I'm dead serious, bro. I be walking with him, I be like, yo. And they be like, hi, Maurice. This nigga own his own cigar company now. He hand roll his own cigars and all. But he used to walk through the whole, hey, Father, he was trying to get kicked out. They would not kick him out.
And they wouldn't do it,
because of the legacy.
Because of the legacy.
The legacy, yo.
Let me do that shit.
Bro, I'm standing right next to him like, I could never.
They be like, yo, get your black ass out of here.
Come with me.
Like, yeah.
Come with me.
Mr. Regan, come with me.
Give me an excuse to grab you.
Real rap. Like, and it's crazy to think about, like, how time really changes. You know what I mean? Like, I look at how my daughter goes to school and how the teachers interact with the kids. And, you know, being in, my daughter, she lives in a, white suburb. So, quote unquote, the curriculum and everything is better than, say the inner city, say Philadelphia school district. And like, I'll be with my kids and shit and I'll be talking to them and they're like, Mr. Regan, you got a daughter? I'm like, yeah. They're like, how old is she? I'm like, she's 11. Oh, she only a year younger than us. Is she gonna go here? I said, hell no. There's like, Mr. Regan.
I know the feeling.
I was like, no. I was like, for a couple of reasons. I was like, one, your peers influence everything you do. I said, and y'all cuss too damn much. I said, y'all always trying to fight. You're too fast.
Somebody always glazing or dick
Oh, yeah, bro. I don't want my daughter to be around y'all. And you're like, stop dick eating. Like, what, bro? I'll collar one of you little niggas up in here. Yo, one young boy
and they
said,
hit each other all day.
Yeah, yo, and one young boy was like, yeah, because if your daughter went here, I said, watch it.
Be careful.
And then he said something. I said, young boy, yo. I said, there are no cameras in this hallway. I was like,
be careful, you being recorded.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't work there no more.
All right, cool.
But I was like, yo, young boy, there are no cameras in this hallway. He was like, so what, Mr. Regan? I said, tell who you want. I said, you say something about my daughter again, we're going to have a problem. He was like, and he looked at me and he could tell, bro, I don't care if you're a child. I don't care if you're a man. Don't play with my daughter. Do not play with my daughter. My mom has come to the realization and has accepted there is no way to talk me off the ledge when it comes to anything about my daughter and it's negative. Like I said, Ma, the creator themselves is going to have to come down here to stop me. I was like, and even then, even though I know I'm going to lose, we gonna mix when it come to my daughter.
Rule of thumb. They hit you like a 7th grader, hit them like an 8th grader.
Real rap, yo. Real rap. Cause some of them young bulls, man.
Didn't be on probation, house arrest. I ain't never been on house arrest. I'm scared of you.
Young bull was in 8th grade. Had an anklet on.
We got a few.
I was like, bro, what? He was one of them Kia boys.
Bro, I got one of them.
Yo, I was like, yo, why are you running around stealing the Kia? I was like, first of all, I was like, I'm not encouraging y'all to do this.
A car is a car though when you a kid. You know that.
Yeah, well, I'm a car buff. So,
Yeah,
you know, if
but-
I was gonna steal something,
You was gonna go get something fire.
I
That
mean,
you
I'm a jump in a GT.
I'm gonna learn how to do
yeah.
90 miles an hour tonight.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like, my uncle taught me how to drive a stick shift when I was 12 in a Volkswagen Golf, bro. So like I was already into the quick
Classic
shit.
stick shift and
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like if I was gonna steal the car, nigga, hey, look, I see that we got a
IROC.
yeah, IROC Z,
Mm-hmm.
and they were actually probably easy to take.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said it. I be knowing. I just don't participate, but I be knowing.
Yeah.
I come from, my dad and uncle used to drag race. My pop had a ill Firebird with the pipes on the side, and my uncle had the fastest GTO in the city.
Yeah.
No bullshit. He sold it, and the day he sold it, he told my grandma he gonna kill himself, and he probably totaled it within 48 hours. The boy that bought it from him. He ain't
Bro.
died though.
Bro, my cousin Johnny.
But did he die?
He died though.
No, he ain't died.
But my cousin Johnny, right? And I'm an import type of guy. I don't really do American Muscle, but my first intro to American Muscle, my favorite American Muscle is Grand National. Buick Grand
Everybody
National,
love them
yo.
Grand Nationals.
My
Granddaddy.
my cousin Johnny, ever since I was a young boy, that's all he had, bro.
Mm.
He had one of the fastest Grand Nationals, bro.
Mhm.
Like and my uncle, he had a Saline Cobra.
So you know my life.
Yeah.
Like when I be saying that, niggas be looking at him like, no, you don't understand. Like my uncle and my dad been cutting hair since they was 12 years old. Like they had
Yeah.
a couple of eyes. Like they was able to get some toys and they made them what they wanted them.
My uncle was one of them, you know what I mean, buy it, not build it.
Mm-hmm.
He bought that Saline Cobra and was like, Johnny, come on down here. I got something for you. Got the Saline Cobra. He said, let me pull the Grand National out. We talking about a V6 twin turbo, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, he opened that Grand National up and blew it. Like, and granted, my uncle, he got off the line first. Ass everywhere, bro. My cousin Johnny blew the doors off that joint. I was like, see, it's not the car, it's the driver, bro.
every time. And I watch them shows on TV when they be drag racing and shit. Like it's always about the driver.
Right.
I mean, the car has to be tuned up. It has to
But-
be where it's supposed to be. But once you put us next to each other, it's about what you about
It's
to
about
do.
what I'm about to do, bro.
How you gonna hit that light?
You see people trying to burn out, and and this is the biggest thing for me, right? People be like, yeah, I know how to whip the Hellcat. Okay,
They whip theyself.
I'm like, bro, first of all, that's like 800 horses with like 750 feet-pounds of torque.
They whip theyself.
All you gotta do is tap the gas, and that car has no ass, bro.
You could total that car trying to get out of a parking spot if you don't know what it is.
Yeah, bro. I was like,
It's just ridiculous.
I was like, it's a car. I was like, it's a muscle. I was like, it's 800 horses with a sports tuned suspension. All you can do donuts in that joint like
You ever
this.
lifted your foot off a brake and the car already starts screeching?
Yeah.
Skirt, skirt.
Yeah.
That's dad.
That's a lot of torque.
That's
a
dad.
lot of torque, bro. I'm like, y'all niggas think you can drive because you have a car that's super fast. I was like, me and that little, my little TSX. I was like, I outmaneuver BMWs, Hellcats. I was like, I'm not faster than them. I said, but I can outmaneuver them. I done had a couple of them Jones try to play cat and mouse on 495. And I got you by like 8 car lengths because you think you got all that speed, but see, my car's like a mouse. You know what
That's
I'm
why
saying?
it surprised me when you said BMWs, because I'm like, BMWs and the Subaru rally joints handle really, really well.
Yeah.
Really,
But
really
if you
well.
don't know how to drive them,
Nothing does nothing for you.
yeah, you thinking about
Nothing
horsepower.
for you.
I'm thinking about double.
That's why they say BMWs for drivers.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking about double wishbone suspension. You know what I'm saying?
Talk.
You worried about the horsepower. I'm worried about what that suspension like though. You know what I mean?
Now, what is that on the table?
This here?
Yeah, that right there, because you done smacked it. It been sitting there.
This is for you, my brother.
Oh, that's for, so why you ain't? I could have wore that the whole
Listen,
shebang
bro, I
bang.
wanted to give it to you at the end though. You know what I'm saying?
All good. We ain't at the end, but we close.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
This is- I mean, one of the logos.
Uh-huh.
Nobody. That's me in the silhouette.
I'm thinking of a few sneaks I got that can go with that.
Oh
We
yeah,
good.
yeah,
We
definitely,
good.
definitely. But this
Appreciate
for
you,
brother.
bro.
This is for you,
Thank
man.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Already, I appreciate you for having me on. You know what I
already
mean?
know, man. But one other thing I wanted to ask you. We already got off my cousin, but it's family.
Yeah.
How did you figure out we knew each other?
Cause so you know what I mean. Like I said, with this run that I'm going on, you know what I mean. You know, he's always been paying attention to me, but the consistency in which I've been on my Instagram and pushing my music and everything else, like I'm in love with my music in a way that I've never been before.
Awesome.
And the work ethic behind me promoting myself.
That's what we all
really
be watching for.
Really got his attention, and he was like, you know what I mean? Shout out to UGP, by the way. You know what I mean? Underground Posse.
Absolutely.
He was
UGP Nickel 9, by the way.
all the way. You know what I'm saying? He was like, he was talking to me and everything. He was telling me about, you know, all of the resources and everything else. Him and I link, and we did a song a couple years ago. But you know, we definitely got a track that we're gonna be working on soon. But
Dope.
he told me about, you know, just the work ethic and put the grind, and how most niggas, you know, get a little bit of a buzz, or they get a little notoriety and they rest on their laurels. He was like, yo, the way that you're moving is exactly what, you know, UGP is about. Like, it's not about, you know, it's not about just getting out there or just getting up there and then, you know, you just chilling. It's always doing the work. It's always doing this. He was like, it's all about networking. It's all about promoting. It's all about helping. So he told me, he was like, you know, he told me about a lot of things. He told me about people that he got out there on the West, some people in New York. And he was like, you know, my cousin, he's like, you know, my cousin got, you know, one of the most popping podcasts in Philly. I'm like, oh yeah. He was like, yeah, Sipping with Sammie. I'm like, yeah? Wait, that's your cousin? I'm like, wait, hold up, that's your cousin, bro? He was like, yeah, you know him? I'm like, yeah, you just said he one of the most popping podcasts in Philly. Yeah, I know him. I'm like, yeah, I know
That's
him.
not a given, though, man.
And man, listen.
I appreciate that.
Listen,
though.
What's known doesn't need to be said, bro.
I appreciate
Real
that,
rap,
though.
bro. Like, look, you getting nominated for a reason.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Your work speaks for itself, bro. Word of mouth is good, but you know, it's the things that you get from that hard work that speak. You know what I'm saying?
They help direct me. Like, for instance, voice of our generation. I never knew nobody looked at me like that. Wham! Legend Award. Whoever thought I was a legend and I'm just getting started? Like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
heavy.
It's like, it's certain things that just put things in perspective where you don't let it blow you up. It gives you more purpose and responsibility. Also,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because now if I'm being looked at that way, then I could carry certain things that I might not have thought y'all was ready for, and I gotta upgrade some things that I've already been implementing.
And that's, you know what I love about you and your podcast, right? And everything
Please
that you're
tell
doing.
me, because I need feedback.
Listen, you're you, right? But you don't ever stray away from being you. You don't get a big head. You don't have an inflated ego. You're not a fucking narcissist who once they get a little buzz and people start telling them that they're this and that they're that, they start thinking that everybody needs to kiss their ass.
Nah, I can't play that game.
And then they kind of just like rest on those laurels and
I
expect
don't like
everybody.
being around ass kisses, but go ahead.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, and they sort of become like entitled. Like, hold on, my nigga. Like, the last big thing you did was like a couple years ago. Like, you haven't done anything to grow yourself, and you're not humble. Your humility is what catches me.
I appreciate that.
You're very humble. You know what I mean? Like, if it's one thing I can't stand, it's a person who it's good to be a little conceited, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It keeps you it keeps you motivated a little bit. But when you become narcissistically conceited to the point where you feel like your shit don't stink, when actually you smell like a barn full of horse feces. You know what I mean? And acknowledging that, you know, that this ain't it. I still want to expand. I still want to grow. You know what I mean? Like, those type of people are the type of people that I really like turn my nose up at, and not because I'm bougie, but because why would I want to be around you and grow myself when you don't even want to grow? You want to sit where you at and think that that's cool, and that's not what you're doing here. You know what I mean? And I really appreciate that.
No, I appreciate that. And I mean, I used it, and you probably heard me say this before because you've been paying attention. In Philly, we in a privileged position. We around a lot of dope artists that's either from here or always have to come through here at some point or another. And being an artist myself, or a media personality, or whatever we've had access to the same green rooms, the same stages, the same environments that these dudes that have traveled the world being dope. All the way to Marsha, who's, you know what I mean? Like, Like, I ain't just talking free and beans and all. Like, I mean, there's marshers in the green room and in the VIP too. Like, we got some hitters out here.
Yeah.
And those people are talking to people. They're being grateful. They're being gracious. They're being humble. They're taking pictures with people. I remember being in VIP one time and so much was going on. I caught an anxiety attack damn near. And this girl that did not know me pulled out a vape pen and was like,
"Yo, you gonna need this."
And I'm like, I would never do this, but thank you. I love you. I wiped it off, deuced it. But it was just so much going on. But I also knew I couldn't leave.
Sensory overload.
I couldn't leave. So it's like, I done told so many people, yo, the city love you. Keep doing what you're doing, this, that, and the third.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm getting tapped. And
Right.
people are assuming who I am because of who I'm talking to. So then that leaves the opportunity but everything's getting cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's super networking. It's a small space. And I just started feeling like I couldn't finish a conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And you know what? That's what I actually love about Philly, man. Because, you know, me being from Woodland, Chester area, right? Like, you typically hear stories like, nah, Philly niggas don't really, you know what I mean? That's not even the case, bro. Like, I've gotten so much love from Philly artists and Philly poets and, you know, so much.
Because you get busy.
It's you know what I'm saying?
City to get busy.
Yeah, like I love that, bro. Like, I've gotten accepted, and you know, I'm not one to search for acceptance. I mean, that's not me. But
You're aware.
being embraced. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. It's what keeps me loving, you know, my music and everything else. And you know, my biggest thing that I always say is, you know, 3 manifestation breeds fruition. That's one. The second one is you can't fix tomorrow today. And the third one is minor setback for major comeback. Those are the 3 things I'm always telling myself. Right?
Explain the second one.
The second one, which was
You can't fix tomorrow today.
you can't fix tomorrow today, right? So, you know, you have things that you're like, all right, well, this is probably gonna happen if I don't handle this or if I don't do that. Well, what happens tomorrow? Well, if you got a problem right now, focus on the problem that you can fix right now. You can't fix tomorrow today. Tomorrow's gonna come. You can't fix something that needs to be fixed tomorrow today. And I'm not saying, you know, why put off tomorrow what you can do today. That's, you know,
that's why I wanted you to explain it, because I know there's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference. Like, don't overexert yourself. One step at a time, baby steps. You cannot fix tomorrow today. Like, people will start tripping like, okay, I got this and then I got this next week. Pause. That's next week. That's next week. If you focused on next week, how you gonna focus on what you need to do today? Why take your mental resources and spread them thin when you don't need to? Take all your mental energy for what you need to focus on right now, because if you spread it so thin, you might miss something that can help you today because you worried about tomorrow. You can't fix tomorrow today.
So you're adding to your own anxiety, and which becomes, shout out to Joe Budden's mom, self-made barriers and self-made imprisonment, like whatever. I forget how she said it, but it's like you putting yourself in a position to struggle more,
right? Just
because of your perspective or your stubbornness of changing or being optimistic or looking at things a different way.
Right. Silver lining. Every cloud has a silver lining, even the darkest cloud.
I try to keep my glass half full. Anyway,
I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. I hear you. That's the biggest thing for me, man. And you know, that's just you know, one time I was real sick and going through like a really, really rough time earlier this year. And it was just like I was always being told, you know, practice gratitude. And I always used to look like, damn, I understand I got a lot to be grateful for, but like right now I feel like shit. I was able to spin it a different way. I'm grateful for the dark periods. And the reason I'm grateful for the dark periods is because whenever you're in a dark period and you come out of it, you have a new perception.
Can't appreciate sunshine without rain.
Exactly. I appreciate the darker moments than I do the light. Not to say that I don't appreciate the light moments, but them dark moments, especially, and I figured that the more intense the dark moment is, and you can get out of it, the greater the light's going to be when you come out.
The thing is, you're supposed to feel your feels, but you're not supposed to wallow and you have to be aware of where you're at in your mourning, depression, anxiety, whatever you're dealing with. You have to be real with yourself about what stage you're at,
Right.
and make a plan.
Right. Yeah, you can't sit stagnant and you can't run from it either.
Right, because that's why I said you got to feel it, because once it book stacks up, then it's overwhelming.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we try and get through the encyclopedia in a week and it don't make no sense.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you're going to find yourself real confused, exhausted. And, you know, people are like, oh, I'm so exhausted. I hate being exhausted. But then.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Right. And
your mind affects your body affects your everything else.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, and it's, you know, it's a like I said, it was dark, man, but every accomplishment I have, I'm grateful for the accomplishment, but every time I have an accomplishment, I look back at them dark places like, yep.
Bro,
So
I was
sucks.
dark 6 hours ago. Something happened with my truck out front, and I'm like, oh my God. Other car in the shop, truck just, I park it in front of the house and something go haywire. Like, just like as soon as it get, but thank God I was in front of my house. It lasted till I got home.
Also, just a quick plug for myself.
You a mechanic?
Yep.
I'll let you look at it. But it was one of them things where it's also, besides solving the immediate thing, is I got an interview to do later. I gotta talk to somebody. I gotta come with some energy. I can't be on my bullshit. And
Right.
shout out to K. Because K always say, no, it'll be figured out. You're going to figure it out. You're going to be good. Ain't no big deal. But at the same time, I'm just like, it's a big weekend. Might
Right.
need both cars.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Do I get a rental? Do I call mom and say, yo, let me hold the
William real quick.
the joint with 5 miles on it that you don't.
Yo, listen.
She still got my dad's. She
Yeah.
get chauffeured in the Beamer. She got a truck sit.
Listen, yo. Listen, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
all that to say, like, at a certain point, it's like I wanted to go through feeling what I was feeling, because even though it wasn't that deep, acknowledge that shit. Don't just jump over it, because I didn't. Then I wouldn't be at full capacity now.
And then you harbor without even knowing it. You
Yup.
know what I'm saying?
I'd have still been drawing, bro.
Yeah.
I'd have still been tripping.
Because you just sat back later on and you'd be like, that goddamn
And it's
truck.
still figured out.
Yeah.
It's already pretty much figured out. Not the problem, but we had a course of action. Till it's done is where the harboring comes in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like rest in the fact that you're going to handle it until that becomes another problem.
Right.
Don't just make waiting on it the problem. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's levels of it.
Yeah,
And I'm as much as I preach it, I deal with it just like everybody else, but you have to acknowledge what you're feeling.
Right. And your discernment, too, plays a big part in that.
And
You know
I'm a
what
control freak. I'm a control freak.
Right.
Slaying the cell on me for 5 minutes and I learned my lesson. I be like, yo, this is corny as shit. Don't take much from me.
Right. Yeah, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
And for me, like, I'm one of the most patient people in the world, bro. But
I be in there like, who? My bad.
I get told like I'm very patient, but in the same breath, I don't like being told what to do either.
Exactly.
Don't tell me don't tell me shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And the thing is, like, one thing that I lack is patience. Like, I know that. I know that I have a low tolerance for bullshit, but what is bullshit, right? It's
Right.
just like, what is disrespect? It's all up into what
It's
you
all
consider
about
it,
what
right?
you consider, yeah.
So I know when COVID hit and the whole world was in a position that they'd never been in before, I was like, I'm gonna have to work on my patience, because everybody's gonna be on edge, and I live in Philly where
Oh my
edge is
God.
not far for anybody.
That shit is
It's right there.
It's right there.
Put your toe on it. It's right
Yeah,
there.
look, you move over
Habitual
here.
line steppers.
a habitual lot. Shout out to Charlie Murphy, bro. Rest in peace.
And I swear, because I don't have any children, my thing was, this is going to be a time for you to start working on your patience. And I was intentional about that. Got a little better.
No,
I
I mean,
love that. I
listen,
love
some
that.
progress is better than no progress, brother.
Absolutely,
You
man.
know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you. You know
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm saying?
Listen, COVID, I had my daughter all year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was happy. I'm an introvert, so I ain't have to deal with people, bro.
I was about to say, you having your daughter was probably perfect for you,
Oh my
and just
God.
being in the crib, that was probably perfect for
I
you.
loved it, bro.
I didn't want to assume, but you said it. That's what I was
Listen,
thinking
bro,
while you were
I
saying it.
loved every minute of it,
Awesome.
bro.
Awesome.
Me, wifey, and the daughter in the crib, bro. We got her a bike. She was riding her bike. I was like, nigga, this is so great. I was
Bro,
like,
I bought a bike during COVID. I bought an electric bike and coloring books. I'm like, we about to be stuck, can't move around. I'm gonna do something,
bro.
You know what I'm
listen.
saying? I'm color it and relax sometimes, and then if I need to go outside, I'm just ride my bike. If they say we can't go nowhere,
And then right, we would go grocery shopping. The roads were empty, bro. I
coughed in a grocery store, and this woman looked at me like she wanted to shoot the shit out of me during COVID,
bro.
And I felt bad. I'm like, is she, whatever. But
Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm
strange
saying?
times. Felt like
Bro,
Terminator.
Listen, felt like Skynet. Yeah, bro.
Felt like
Shit was
Skynet,
nutty, bro. I used Turo and rented a GTI. I always wanted to drive one of them cars. The highways were empty, which means there was
You could open that thing up,
bro. Dicking it down past the airport. I was like, yeah, we going to Delaware County to get our groceries. I ain't going nowhere in the city with this car. I was getting loose.
I'm one of them. I'm somebody that for some reason people trust with their keys. So like my man had a brand new SS Camaro when they first came out, the new body shape, the what is Transformer joint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bumblebee and all that. So I'm at the basketball court and I'm looking around the courts and I'm like, this gotta be his. He the only one. So I walk up to him, I'm like, let me see the keys. He said, what? For what? He trying to play it off. I'm like, for the joint.
Right.
He like, how you know that's mine? I'm like, bro, stop playing, give me the keys. He like, where you going? I said, King of Prussia Mall. He said, I'm riding with you. I needed to get that thing on the highway, bro. We went shopping.
Bro,
My test drive, we went shopping and came
Bro,
back. Like, I had
listen.
to drive it for an hour and some change.
Yo,
I don't play.
That's what it is, yo. And listen, my uncle got a Civic Si, and something's up with the suspension, so he won't let me.
Civic has the best cameras out right now.
Bro, he won't let me drive that bitch, bro. He was like, you can sit in it, though. I was like, what the fuck are you won't let me sit in this car for, bro? I sat in that joint in the cabin. It had the bucket seats. I sat down. I was like, I looked at him. I was like, he was like, that's why I got it, because as soon as I sat down in it, it was done. I'm like, so I can't drive it? He was like, oh, the suspension. And I'm like,
I knew a cop that had, what was that? The Pontiac G9 Super. The
G8 joint. G8 Super
Bruh.
Sport, bro.
Cop bull. He driving me home. He the homie uncle. You know what I mean? He driving me home and let me drive this joint. No, he is wilding though. He cutting out. I'm like, this shit is a Pontiac?
Oh yeah, bro.
A G something? He's
Bro,
like, yo,
Pontiac,
he
listen.
had all of the, like the inside looked like Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, bro. Listen, Pontiac
Had them things
till they, you know what I mean. They lost all the funding and shit.
That's
but
crazy.
Chevy SS, bro. Same box.
I'm a Chevy guy.
Same platform, bro.
I'm
Same
a Chevy
platform.
and a Jeep guy.
I'm a Acura.
Luxury,
boy.
I'm BMW.
Luxury, I'm probably gonna stick with Acura too.
My Mercedes wagon, my E-Class wagon, had no shocks in the back and was still one of the most comfortable rides on the highway you ever had, bro. I could put everybody's babies to sleep. You just put them in the back seat, we go float 5 minutes.
Yeah, yo, Mercedes and BMW, yo, the Germans
Something
did
about it,
Germans
yo.
did something right.
Cause BMW come from an airplane. Now we ain't gonna teach y'all all of that. Yeah, but anything important we need to get to? Anything you got coming up? Anywhere they can keep up with you?
I got you can reach me on Instagram at 3YE_M_Knowbody. That's K.
I am nobody.
Yeah,
It took me 5 visits to figure it out. But go ahead.
yeah. I am Nobody on Instagram. You can stream the 4 singles I got out on all streaming platforms. It's Up, Introverted Introvert, Know My Judo, and my latest release, BFAB, Born From a Boombox.
Those last 2 are awesome names, by the way. Keep going.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I have performances coming up on the 28th. I'll be in Morton, Pennsylvania, headline the Summer Festival that they have every year.
Awesome.
On the 7th of
You
August.
said headliner, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Go ahead.
On the 7th of August, I'll be in DC at Madam's Organ.
Okay.
So, and like I said, that's the run of Nobody. My last one will be in September for Mural Arts Philly.
Saw that. Heavy.
Yeah. So, just be looking for that. Merch is coming soon, as you can see. Got my man Sammie with the shirt.
Who?
Nobody.
I actually got that on here somewhere. Never mind. Go ahead. Do your thing. I got a lot of buttons.
Yeah, nah,
I got who on here.
I got a couple. I got some merch coming out. Again, you know what I mean. I want to give love to you for having me on.
Oh man,
really
appreciate you,
it,
brother.
You know what I'm saying. Shout out to NIKKLE. You know what I mean.
You already
for the connect. You know what I mean. Appreciate you, bro. And
don't question if he my family handsome. He got hair too. What you think?
Locked up. You know what I'm saying. Locked up and locked in.
That part.
But I appreciate you, fam.
Nah, man, I had a great time talking to you. You know, you already know the flow of what I got going on, and we'll talk off camera about some things that's possible in the future. But I'm around.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm around.
Definitely. And I'm in West, so I'm not even that far from here.
All right, that's
better.
Even better because I'm right by the highway. We ain't gonna tell them yet. We're right by the highway.
Right by the highway. You see, I ain't say where in West.
No, we gotta play the game safe, man.
Yeah. And you know, just a couple people I did want to give a shout out to.
Please do.
I wanted to give a shout out to Smiles, the White Coat Goat, CSW. I wanted to give
Dub, my youngin.
What's up, boy?
What up, homie?
Lex unapologetically. Bank with the Dank. If you ain't get his food yet, I encourage you to look him up and go hit him up.
Fine.
Spady, Spady, of course.
Shout out Spady, man.
You know what I mean? And you know, again, Sipping with Sammie, Nickel 9, UGP.
Yep.
Gotta give love to everybody.
Nah, man, I appreciate that. You done?
Yes, sir.
All right, then we good. We gonna get out of here and we see y'all next week, man. And
I'm sipping. This is Sipping with Sammie. I am Mr. Flash It Only, the one and only Sipping with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together.
I'm trying to find a who.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Get down on the ground.
Anyway.
Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground.
Fucking yuppie transplants. Move the fuck out. Get out of our fucking city. You ain't even fucking born here. Alright, motherfucker.
Hey, get a bag, get a bag. Yeah. Niggas hatin', get a bag. Yeah. Get a bag, get a bag. Yeah. Fuck the talking, get a bag. Yeah. Get a bag, get a bag. Yeah. Niggas hatin', get a bag. Get a bag, get a bag. Yeah. Fuck the talking, get a bag.
Big shit, talking big bags, big bottles, real cash. Uptown, it's all for the high. Not a soda, nigga, don't fuck with swag. No juice either, like my shit strike. Baby, we can smoke all night. Turn the lights off in dogfight, make the red lights look like fog lights. That's Tuesday night with your life like. This Sammie's world got a big wheel. Independent running to get it till I get the turn down big deal. You have no clue how big feels. Your bitch do, I lend thrills. Hip hurt, her side too. How you can tell she had a side dude. Smile different when I slide through. Beg for more when I slide out. Just dried off, let's try 'em out. When this back burn out, I'm out. Full press with no time out. Down the back steps, then I'm out. Light another one, pour another shot. Turn the Sam up, then say about like.
Get a bag, get a bag. Yeah. Niggas hatin', get a bag. Yeah. Get a bag, get a bag. Yeah. Fuck the talking, get a bag. Yeah. Get a bag, get a bag. Yeah. Niggas hatin', get a bag. Get a bag, get a bag. Fuck the talking, get a bag. Yeah, bitches on. All these niggas run me, now my homies get a bag. Watch a mini on your sack. Lately I've been swerving fake and phonies, keep the A1s with me. Switch lanes, switch sides on me, niggas switched up, sit right with me. That type of shit don't sit right with me. I'm a good sense of character. I don't cherish all the perishable. Whole vibe done died, yeah. Try to slide with the squad, yeah. Flip mode, but I bust rhymes that time, never on turkey time. Every time on the line with the homies, phone time, never get my own time. Prime mode, prime time, touchdown. See me up, hoes won't be down now. I ain't got time. Jordan number 9s, bomb number 9. Phone jumping like a party hotline. Need mines, I ain't tryna compromise. From a city where you get lined up, gotta level up, fucking go and get a bag. Get a bag, get a bag. Yeah. Niggas hatin', get a bag. Yeah. Get a bag, get a bag. Yeah. Fuck the talking, get a bag. Yeah. Get a bag, get a bag. Yeah. Niggas hatin', get a bag. Yeah. Get a bag, get a bag. Fuck the talking, get a bag.
I need that bag so bad. Got me itching on my hands. Got me scratching like a fiend. For that green, I'm Mr. Clean. How my bitches mouth the scene. Cause them tricks, they made it rain. At the window for the pain. When you broke and feel insane. Doing dumb shit for the name. Fuck around and get a name. Hippie tatted on a yawn. It be printed on the shirt. When you hustle, make it hurt. My feet tied, back hurt. Found some time to lift a skirt. Bustin' nothing, keep it moving. All that talking I ain't doing. How you talking when you losing? Common sense, it ain't common. Cause all we know is fucking drama. But it ain't about all that bullshit. Let's be talking about this money. And you ain't talking about that money. Got these niggas looking dummy.
Get a bag, get a bag. Niggas hatin', get a bag. Get a bag, get a bag. Fuck the talking, get a bag. Get a bag, get a bag. Niggas hatin', get a bag. Get a bag, get a bag. Fuck the talking, get a bag. Aye.